Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now, last night we had another Warriors Den live stream. It was pretty much insignificant, okay? There was no really big information except for one thing, and that is the fact that they're going to be doing another tournament. Now, yes, it looks like they didn't learn from the last time they did a tournament, and they felt the need to do a brand new one, but this time it's going to be a 4v4 tournament. So I'm not going to be completely shitting on this thing, only half shitting on it, because there is an upside to this, but at the same time, it's mostly just downside. But like always, I'm going to go through and I'm going to give my reasons on why I think certain things. So first of all, let's start with the positives in terms of them having another tournament. So this time they're not going to have this really long convoluted tournament system where they spend week after week after week trying to find out who they're going to have at the end. From what I can tell, so far they've got team captains. Alright, so you got Cypher PK and Alernikin or whatever the fuck his name is, the guy who cheated the last one. Exploited. I know people don't like me using the cheated thing. Either way, same shit. And what those guys do is, okay, they have a couple of weeks. I think they have a week until next week. They're going to talk more about it. Something along those lines where they get to pick themselves a team. So these guys, they're going to pick their teams and then they're basically going to verse each other in a qualifying match sort of thing. And then at the end, there's going to be a winner. Now, the fact that they're doing the 4v4 matches is really good for several reasons. One is the fact that, like I said, there's going to be more people playing. It's going to be a lot more interesting. 4v4s are more interesting to watch than the 1v1s because in 1v1s, people just turtle up or they just cheat and do all the bullshit like we saw in the other tournament. In 4v4s, for the most part, people get to fight each other, okay? You have 2v1, 3v1, all that sort of stuff. People tend to kick the shit out of each other in normal Dominion matches. Now, I have to state that because, like I said, they're going to probably put money on the line for this tournament, which means everyone's going to cheat and exploit and do all the bullshit in order to win, just like we saw with the other tournament. But I will be getting into that later. One thing I really like is the fact that they're focusing on 4v4 because that is where the majority of the players are. Most people play the 4v4s, okay? And like I said, the 4v4s are a fuck ton more fun to watch because a lot more shit's going on. You have different perspectives. Like I said, more random shit can happen. You could be fighting someone down here, another one could join in, someone jumps from the top, does a death from above kill. Heaps of shit can happen and it's really interesting compared to just two guys sitting there smacking away at each other. And the really good thing about the 4v4s is you can have those 1v1s as well, so you get the best of all worlds technically. And with the fact that you have to capture the zones and everything and everyone's going to be on voice comms for this, it means that people can actually respond. So instead of the casual random games that we normally play of Dominion where someone takes a zone, everyone's all down at the other end and no one really gives a shit about stuff, they're all going to be on comms so they can tell each other, hey, I need help over here, let's go take this one. They can coordinate and it's going to be really interesting to see how they do everything and how they work together. And when it comes to the future of tournaments, this is the direction Ubisoft needs to go in, okay? Screw the 1v1s, have the 1v1 tournaments and stuff, but they're sort of a lot more boring to watch than the 4v4s, and I think they're starting to realize that now because even the professionals, they themselves have been saying to go with the 4v4s because of everything that I just stated. It's just more interesting as a whole. But in the end, that is pretty much the only positive when it comes to the fact that they're doing another tournament, the fact that they're focusing on 4v4 this time so they can actually have a testing ground for when they start pushing out more tournaments in the future, and they can focus it around 4v4 and they'll have this experience and the reaction from all of us and everything to gauge how they're going to proceed. But now we get into the fact that, like I said in previous videos, they should not be holding any more goddamn fucking tournaments until the goddamn game is fixed. Because like I said before in other videos, as soon as you put money or a rank on the line, people will do anything possible to win. That is why in the previous tournament we saw all of that unlocking bullshit and all the cheating and all that crap, right? Because there was a $10,000 prize pool. And 4v4 isn't without its cheesy bullshit, okay? There are certain people who do some really cheesy shit in 4v4s, like running away forever. They just keep running around as Shinobi and shit, just keep going until they loop around and manage to revive someone. Just heaps of crap like that, which yes, can be a viable strategy, I know, to some people, but at the same time, for your teammates who, all three of them are just sitting there dead, it's boring as shit for them. It's boring for everyone else who has to chase the fucking person who's running away. So in the end, that's a strategy I really fucking hate. For the sake of everyone, just die and we can all move on. But when you flip that over and then all of a sudden it's for money, of course, everyone's going to be running away at the sight of anything, okay? If they get to a 1v2 situation and their teammates are too far away, they're just going to bail straight away, run around, everyone's going to be chasing each other. I don't think there's really going to be that much fighting unless, everyone everyone's near their allies, or we're just going to see a death bowl, okay? So everyone's just going to 4v4 stick together, and they're just going to roam around, and we're going to have two, like, death bowls clashing with each other until someone, like, you know, peels off to capture a few things. It's going to... I have no idea how this is going to go, because I've never played 4v4 with comms before, okay? So I've never played with an actual coordinated team of decent players all together talking against another coordinated team of decent players all on comms talking. And at the same time, we're going to probably see people doing the ladder bullshit, okay? You know how you sit on the middle of the ladder, and when someone tries to climb up, you just, like, you know, fall down on them and knock them off, or if they try and, like, you know, slide down to knock you off, you just punch them. That bullshit, you know, we're going to probably see a lot of that crap. But in saying that, okay, Ubisoft could 100% make this a really goddamn fucking good tournament by putting a blanket ban on doing any bullshit, okay? So sitting on the ladder and just doing that, they make that banned. So if the players do that, they get disqualified. Do it so if a player just is infinitely running away from the entire team and dragging out the match or whatever other bullshit like that, he is disqualified. If anyone uses unlock tech, they're disqualified. Yes, the majority of it should be gone with the patch, but they said some unlock techs will still be a thing. Now, flicker should be gone. Hopefully it's gone, so that shouldn't be an issue. But for the most part, there is still some cheesy shit people can do, and they should put a blanket ban on all of it. And if you do any of the cheesy bullshit, then you get disqualified. That way the players won't do it, because like I said, there's money on the line. They will play within the rules, and that way all of us as the viewers can watch an actual proper fucking game where people fucking fight each other. Not a complete cheese bullshit fest like we had last time. But so far from what I've heard, Ubisoft didn't mention anything about, you know, putting a blanket ban on doing certain things. And that is what I want to know. I want to know from Ubisoft themselves if they're going to be putting a ban on doing certain cheesy bullshit for this next tournament, because if they don't, then it's just going to be another fucking repeat of what happened last time, except with, you know, 4v4 now instead of 1v1. But at the end of the day, even if they do put the blanket ban on it, okay, that will be a better tournament to watch, but I still think they shouldn't be doing any more tournaments until the defensive meta patch is in. Like I said, that's coming season 4 now, so we have to wait for that, and then dedicated servers aren't coming till the end of the year, okay? Some people seem to be under the delusion that we're going to be getting dedicated servers soon, sometime, like, you know, start of season 4, sometime at the end of season 3. It's not going to happen, okay? Maybe at the arse end of the end of the year, maybe at the start of next year, something around that time. So for me personally, I don't see a point in doing a tournament of any kind when we're just going to have the entire game change completely once the defensive meta patch comes, and of course we're going to have 2 brand new heroes as well, which is going to shake everything up. I really do just think they should wait until everything is fixed, everything is stable, and then start pushing the tournaments properly, so that way people will actually give a shit. Because right now, the people who actually genuinely care about the tournaments is probably a very, very small amount of the already small player base. And that is because right now, no one is really taking this game seriously on a serious level because of all the bugs and all the bullshit and all the, you know, disconnects and all the other crap that's still in the game. But once the defensive meta patch is in, and once all the dedicated servers are in, and all that bullshit is gone, then no one will have anything to complain about, because everything should be good. At which point, more people will be heavily invested into the game on a more serious level, and then you can start pushing tournaments, because A, people will actually give a shit, B, more people will want to participate, 3, more people will want to watch because they're interested in it, and number 4, it won't be a waste of time and resources for everyone involved, both for Ubisoft and for the community. But we're going to have to wait and see how this tournament plays out. Like I said, it's going to be cool to watch just because it's 4v4. I really do fucking hope that they put a blanket ban on doing certain things, so that way, you know, we don't see that bullshit that we did in the first tournament. I'm not really excited for this thing. I am more intrigued to see how Ubisoft handles it, because it will show me, you know, whether they're taking this thing actually serious, or whether they're just trying to keep pumping out tournaments without putting any rules or any structure to it whatsoever, and it just basically means they're flailing around and they truly have no clue what the fuck they're doing. So we shall see how that goes, but that is all I have for this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the fact they're doing a brand new tournament? I would love to hear from you guys, and please share this video around. It helps me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.